Everyone who remembers one of my videos a while back where I basically dissected as to why Christopher R Sabat would throw Vic Mignogna under the bus would know that maybe that claim holds weight. Now we're going to dissect one of his more vocal detractors, specifically one half of the super feminist duo, specifically Monica Jean Rial. So I was wondering why I'm not going after Jamie. Well, outside of a messy divorce with her former husband, whose name escapes me, and her super feminist attitude, there really isn't much for me to pick apart when it comes to pick apart about Jamie. With Monica, on the other hand, there is one thing I can use as the base for my argument. Let's turn the clock back to around 2006, 2007, 2008 or so. AMC Films had finished doing the dubbing for the anime series Air, where Vic Mignogna and Monica Rial were the main male and female roles, respectively. In it, Vic voiced Yukito Kunisaki, a puppeteer and wandering stage home, as well. Monica voiced Tomoko Kawakami. Whoops, wrong character. Sorry, Misuzu Kamino, a young girl who had a great love for dinosaurs. Anyway, the way the series ending is pretty tragic and what the fuckish, if you want to put it like that. And it drove Monica to tears, from what I can gather. So much so that at a convention run by Stan Dolan, her quote unquote key witness during the trial, I bet she actually ended up getting drunk off her ass in sorrow over it. And Vic, being the good Samaritan, basically walked her back to her hotel room. Unfortunately, Monica was so inebriated that in her mind, she didn't want what happened to her character in that series to happen to her in real life. So, and fully aware of the fact that at that time, Vic was engaged to Michelle Specht. They long since cut, as of 2018, the engagement was called off between those two, by the way. And Monica, fully aware of was in a committed relationship at that time, I believe, with Ilic Guardiola, one of their old ADV alum buddies. That relationship has fallen apart since 2014 for reasons of basically Ilic going behind Monica's back and marrying an underage minor in Vegas, who happened to be one of his acting students. An action that ended up getting Ilic fired and with legit cause for it. That being said, though, Monica tried to seduce Vic, and Vic said no. So she tried to force herself on him, but Vic got away. The old Potiphar's wife scenario, with Monica as Potiphar's wife and Vic as Joseph. She told Stan, by that point, Monica had passed out, and when she recovered, she remembered what happened, but kept it in the back of her mind, thinking that at some point, sooner or later, she could use this as her advantage to getting rid of Vic, because she felt slighted that he wouldn't take her advances. And lo and behold, Mars Girl puts out her hit piece, and Monica gets that opportunity to get him fired. That is disgusting and low. So yeah, that's why I believe Monica jumped on board. Aside from her own political beliefs, it was revenge against Vic for basically refusing her advances. But then again, and I couldn't blame Vic or Elric. Now, I mean, for turning Monica down. And in the latter's case, was it wrong what he did? Yes. Was it wrong for him to go behind her back and commit adultery with a minor and marry that said minor? Yes. But if Monica's attitude is that much of a turnoff, would you blame Elric for doing what he did? Yeah, maybe. Maybe not. Now, I'm not condoning him doing the action, but his reasons behind it you could understand. I've always stated, since doing these things, Monica is nothing more than a shrew who will do anything to get her own, nothing but a bitch who will do anything to get her own, do or say anything to get her own way. I mean, what kind of man would want to be tethered to this kind of overbearing and over controlling Lilith? With a Jezebel complex. Throwing the fact she's engaged to a Sony executive makes the situation worse. But then again, that's why people like me are here on YouTube. To be the warriors, the destroyers, those who destroy all the lies and see through the disguise. And that's what I view myself as, the destroyer of lies. Monica, I'm calling you out. You want to debate me over this? I'll be at Amazement, but you'll be at MomoCon, so that's off the table. But I do know you will be at GalaxyCon Raleigh, so if I opt to show up, let's do this. One-on-one. Me against you in a verbal debate. We bring all our cards to the table. But unless you're too much of a chicken who thinks and tries to twist this with your social fascist mentality, saying I'm basically bullying you into fighting me, that's not the case. I just want a simple debate with you. And to call you out for the lying, hypocritical shrew that you really are. And call you out for basically ruining a lot of characters. You're fake, you're false, so you better get behind me and break the ties that bind me. No more, I'm fed up and have had enough. I see through your disguise, because I destroy all the lies. I stand with Vic, now then forever. Leave a comment, smash that like button, sub to this channel. Mets2128 is signing out. Goodbye and good night. Bang!